Hi, what's up everyone? In this God of War Ragnarok video, I am covering all 5 of the Casualty of War Favours. These Favours can be obtained later in the game when you unlock the Vanaheim crater area. And how they work is you find an item on the floor, which is half of an item, a spirit will appear, it'll ask you to find the other half, and you got to go and find the other half. That will complete the favour. So it can be a little bit tricky, and each of the 5 favours work exactly the same. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to show you the location of all 5 of these favours and how to complete them with ease. But first, you are going to need to unlock the Vanaheim crater area, and you can't do this until you progress far enough in the main quest. You've got to do a quest called Creatures of Prophecy, and at the end you're going to have quite a long cutscene, which you can see on screen now. After the cutscene, you're going to return to Freya's camp, and as you exit with Atreus, this can't be missed. You're going to see this boar, and it's going to run away from you. The Scent of Survival Favour will automatically unlock at this point, and you need to complete this favour in order to get to the Vanaheim crater. The favour itself is not difficult to complete at all. Just follow the boar, follow the quest marker, and you'll eventually get to the edge of this cliff where you've got to interact for a cutscene. This will complete the Scent of Survival favour, and after the cutscene, you're going to land in the brand new area. There will be a mystic gateway that you unlock when you get into the area, and we can find this by going to Vanaheim and then heading all the way north on the map. This is the new area that you're going to discover, and when you first come here, there's going to be a lot to explore. As well as these 5 Casualty of War favours, there's so many other favours that I advise that you do, but one has to be done, and that is the Return of the River favour, which is over in the jungle. What this favour does is it basically puts water back in the rivers, because over at the dam over here, there's a blockage, it's not letting any water out, so you're going to go and make that happen, and it'll fill the river of water again. I'm going to show you now exactly how to start that favour and how to complete it, because we need to head over to that dam anyway to start off one of the Casualty of War favours. And if you haven't unlocked the jungle entrance mystic gateway yet, this can be a little bit tricky. So what I'm also going to do is just include an excerpt now which is going to show you how to unlock the jungle and get to this gateway. If you've already done this, just use the timestamps down below to skip. To find the jungle region, you just want to fast travel to Vanaheim, and you want to go to the mystic gateway at the crater entrance. From the mystic gateway and just to the left, you just want to climb up this ledge here. And then drop down the other side, and you're going to want to head left. There might be some enemies around the area, so just deal with them. You'll notice that the path splits as well. You just want to take the path here, dropping down the ledge, and just run straight ahead. You'll notice this torch. You just want to jump the gap where the torch is, jump the gap again by grappling that hook, and climb up this wall on the other side. Once at the top of that wall, you want to take a sharp left and head this way. However, you do need it to be nighttime, how I have it now, to get to the jungle. If it's not nighttime, you're not going to be able to progress. So I'm going to show you first how to make it nighttime. Before you head in that direction, just go through this path instead. If you've done a quest prior where you saved Burger, you would have been in this area and cleared it. There's going to be a lot of enemies, and there's going to be an ogre and such, so take care of them if you need to. And you just want to head to the far end of this area. So notice the gate straight in front of me there. Just head all the way to the left of that, and there's going to be a wall that you can see if you've not dealt with it already, with some markers on for your spear. Just past that, continue forward, and you're going to jump over this ledge. Just be careful of the plants there, because they're going to hurt you if you don't take care of them. And then once over the ledge, just drop down this ledge here. And then you're going to proceed into the cave to the left. Just grapple across using this. And then grapple across again, just dodging all the enemies that might be here. And then at the end, there's a wall here that you can grapple up. Once at the top of this wall, just take a left, and you can run all the way to the altar here, and you can use this altar to change nighttime into day or daytime into night. A mystic gateway will be added to your map at this point, and there is a workbench if you need it, but just straight on from the altar, you can knock this off the ledge just to get back into the previous area. And now from here, we can proceed and climb this ledge here to go and find the jungle. Just keep going forward and it will take you back to the area we originally climbed up to, where there was a fork in the path. And that's just here. If we spin to the left, I'll just show you where the wall was where we climbed up, just in case you were already at night time. This is where we climbed up, and I said we could just continue to the left if it was night. So now just follow this path around here, and I'll show you where it's blocked if it's daytime. It's just as you get up to here. Now, if it's day, you're not going to be able to go beyond this point, so that's why it's got to be nighttime. And with it being nighttime, you can just continue through. And we want to head over to the left here and drop down the ledge. And just keep moving forward and going round.
The river once ran through here, bringing life to all manner of flora and fauna.
What became
Climb up this ledge at the end, and then you're going to notice the 2 dragon statues. This is the entrance to the jungle, and you need to follow it through this cave to reach it. There's going to be some enemies to deal with, so make sure you deal with them. With the enemies clear, just hop over this ledge here, and be mindful of these plants, make sure they don't get you. And continue proceeding through the cave, just taking out more plants as you go. And you'll have to shimmy along this ledge. Once you're on the other side of this ledge, you're going to notice this wooden fence here. Just destroy it, because we need to climb up this to get into the jungle. Continue through the cave and jump across the gap to the right. And then just keep walking forward to jump over this log, and you'll find a mystic gateway. You're now going to be in the jungle region. Once you have the jungle open, it doesn't matter if it's night or day to start this Favour. And from the jungle entrance gateway, you just want to head forward and take a right. As you go around the corner, there is going to be a ledge to drop down. Just drop down this, and then go around to the left, just dodging this poison. If it's your first time through here, there will be an enemy encounter at this point. Just deal with the enemies before climbing up this wall on the right. At the top of the wall, you're going to see the dam right in front of you. And if you haven't been here before, the return of the river Favour will start. You just want to make your way to that dam now by following the path straight ahead. As you go through this area, there will be another enemy encounter. Just deal with them and keep pushing forward until you find this ledge to climb. There's going to be a lift to the right here that is going to be covered in vines. Just use a sigil arrow and your blades of chaos to remove the vines, and then you can use the lift to go up. Once at the top, just spin around, and there will be another enemy encounter if you haven't been here before. Just take care of all the enemies, and just to the right here, there'll be a boulder blocking this gap. Just get your spear out, and you just want to use the spear to remove the boulder, and you can head through this gap. As you get through, there will again be some enemies, so just take care of them all, and you're going to have to complete the return of the river Favour. To do that, you just got to use this wheel. However, there's going to be red vines on the wall in front of you, which is going to be a little bit of a puzzle. Just using sigil arrows though and chaining them together to use your blades of chaos from about here, you'll be able to burn all of those vines, get rid of them, and use the wheel to release the water. This will then complete the return of the river Favour, and you'll get the crest completion as you exit out of the area. But while we're here, we can pick up our first Casualty of War, and it's just over to the right.
Will only take a moment.
After a long conversation, the Favour will finally start, and you just want to make your way back now to the crater entrance. The spirit has asked you to find the other half of the Stein, and from the mystic gateway at the crater entrance, if you head all the way to the west here, you need to get to this boat dock at the plains. Once here, you'll be able to find that piece. However, even though it didn't matter about being night or day to collect the Favour, this does need to be done at the night time. So from the mystic gateway at the crater entrance, you got 2 altars that you can use to change the time of day or night. There's one here, and there's one over to the west as well. Just make your way to one of them to change the time from day to night if you need to. With it now being nighttime, I'll show you exactly where to go to get this piece.
Brother, I've heard my share of stories about your homeland, but I'd also heard that you once fought in a tournament.
I fought in many contests.
But this particular one, I heard you did battle with beasts, scoundrels, princesses, the undead, automatons, and history's greatest musician. That's not true, is it?
I would not speak of this.
Fair enough, brother.
Once parked at this beach, you will unlock another favour. I think it's called In the Dead of Night. And this is what is going to be blocked if you come here at daytime. You won't be able to go beyond this point. At night time, we can drop in. The piece that we're looking for is over to the right side of this area near those rocks. But once we drop in, we're going to have to fight a Drekkie first to complete the other favour. Once the Drekkie has been completed, you can head over to the right to complete the Casualty of War, the Stein Favour.
I wonder if...
With the favour complete, you're not going to be able to exit the way that you came in, but just right to where you completed the favour will be an iron door that you can open and you can exit this way. You want to head back to a Mystic Gateway. And once back to a Mystic Gateway, we're sticking in Vanaheim and we're heading back to the jungle. Now, you can fast travel back to the jungle entrance, but if you have explored this area, you may have unlocked the jungle Mystic Gateway. This favour for the next Casualty of War, the toy, is right next to this gateway, but I'm going to show you how to get to it from the jungle entrance, just in case you haven't unlocked that gateway yet. From this gateway, just follow my route to find the favour.
Kratos, I see something.
Okay, my story. Where was I? Oh! The eccentric laird had led his followers in a
The
woodland
first
retreat
time that you
with
come
the
to
aim
this
of
island, there
achieving
may be
enlightenment,
enemies, so just
study,
deal with them.
discipline.
And the favour's just over to the right.
Be ready. Back to him.
His story is like many in this.
With the favour collected, we can go and find the other half of the toy from here. Just spin around and get back on the boat, and I'll show you exactly where it is.
Getting back to my story then, if I may. The enlightenment-seeking laird and his followers took oaths to brook no distractions until they became wise men.
Distractions.
Ah, women, drink, mostly women. As you can imagine, things deteriorated quickly. By autumn, tempers were frayed and wisdom remained in short supply. One day, I watched as the laird and his brother took their hunt. There they found, at the banks of a river,
There's multiple ways to reach here, so I'll just show you where I am on the map now, but if you follow that exact route, you will get here. And what you want to do is just go up the steps and squeeze through this gap. If it's your first time here, there's going to be many enemies inside this area. You're just going to need to kill them. There'll be some trolls or ogres as well. With all the enemies clear, you're going to find the other half of the toy on the right side of the area.
Mumir, what do you make?
With the Casualty of War, the toy finished, we're going to head back now. And we want to get to a Mystic Gateway and go back to the crater entrance. From the crater entrance, we'll be heading east now to the sinkholes. And we're going to find the Favour, Casualty of War, the Hourglass. If you've explored the area, you might have some gateways open to you. We're going to treat it as if you haven't, so you know exactly where to go. So fast travel to the crater entrance and follow my route to find the Favour. First, you just want to jump over this wall. Once you're down the other side, just take a right and head straight ahead. You'll see these arches in front of you. There could be some enemies along the way as well. So just defeat the enemies. And with the enemies dealt with, just push to the end of the path where you'll find this zip line. At the bottom of the zip line, be careful because plants are going to try and harm you. Just head right and get your axe out. Use your axe on this plant so that you can progress past this gap. Once past this gap, you're going to reach this area here. If it's your first time, there'll be some more enemies, so just deal with them. And you want to go straight ahead to this Mystic Gateway. You can get to it by just grappling across this grapple point here. And that will unlock the gateway. From here, just climb up this ledge. Just push forward past that ledge and you're going to come to this area here. Again, there may be some enemies if it's your first time, and there could be a dragon in front of you on some pillars. Just use your spear to take out the dragon and clear all the enemies, and once this area is clear, you just want to head over to the right. There's going to be a gate that is closed here, and there'll be a chain that you can use to open it. The chain is just in front of me. With the gate open, you can jump across this gap, and you want to head through into this area. Now let's get your axe out again, and you want to use your axe on this poisonous flower there. You can then squeeze through this gap. And then just to the right, you're going to find the Favour. I'm just going to bring up the map now, just so you can see the map view of this location. And then collect the Favour.
Come on, stop! Another spirit displaced.
With the Favour unlocked, we just want to head back now, and we want to get back to that Mystic Gateway that we unlocked. So just squeeze through this gap and just backtrack. Once you get back to the Mystic Gateway, you want to cross the river again using this grapple hook, and you just want to get onto the boat. Take the boat and head right on the river through this passage.
With my brain,
As you get through the passage, you'll cross the area where you've just been, where you open the gate. You want to stick to the right, and we're going to need to open another gate. Notice the blue flag there? We're just going to park the boat up and go and open a gate. This chain here will open this gate if it is closed, and once you've done that, you can just head back to the boat, and we're going to use the boat now to go through. As you go through this path, you're going to come to this area here, and you want to sit the boat down on this beach right in front of you. Now, you're going to come here as part of another Favour, which I've already completed, which involves a dragon. So, if you haven't done that Favour yet, you're probably going to be fighting a dragon as you go through this area. This door will be closed, and you're going to need to open it. There'll be enemies to clear. You'll have to hide inside of walls while the dragon's firing at you. And this wall here is going to, well, this path here is going to be blocked. You'll have to use your spear to open it. Once you open it, you'll push through. You'll fight some more enemies along this path. Just keep fighting them, and eventually you'll get all the way down to the bottom here where you got to climb the ledge. You climb this ledge, and the dragon is going to be right in front of you, firing at you again, and you can just take cover along this left wall. There'll be another wall to the right here where you can use your spear to detonate it. That will drop these rocks in front, and then that is when you can collect this piece here to complete the Favour.
this fair hair.
And with that collected, you have completed Casualty of War, the Hourglass. You now just want to head back to a Mystic Gateway and go back to the crater. From the crater entrance Mystic Gateway, it's just a short distance to find this Favour, and it's just going to be over here next to a big tree. I'll show you exactly how to get to it now.
Wait over here!
And with the brooch picked up and after the conversation with the spirit, you can now go and find the other half to complete this Favour. It's not too far away from where we are, so I'm just going to show you exactly where it is from here. Just go back the way you came, and you may have to fight some enemies on the way. Just clear them. And you're heading for this here, this poison gas. And with any enemies clear, we can actually just sneak around this. Just walk past here to get through without getting harmed and go all the way round. If this is the first time that you come to this area, once you climb this ledge, there is going to be a boss fight here and you're going to have to take this boss out. Just walk forward. It's an easy encounter. He's very, very slow. And once he's dead, you'll be able to complete this Favour. And the other half of the Brooch is going to be exactly where he was sitting as you entered the area.
This fella has it out for.
It was Faye who fought Thor in this valley.
With that Casualty of War completed, we're now on to the final one, which is Casualty of War, the scroll. It's probably one of the most difficult. Be sure to collect any loot here before you leave, and you just want to head back to the crater entrance gateway. From the Mystic Gateway at the crater entrance, you're going to be heading to the west across the water again. And as we go, we're going to prep this Favour because we're going to have to use the spear to destroy some boulders. And there's 3 points of impact, which I'll show you. We'll pick up the Favour along the way, and then we'll complete the Favour, which will then be all 5 Casualty of War Favours completed. So just from the crater entrance now, I'll show you exactly how to do all this.
As I was saying about the laird and his brother, all summer they'd upheld their oath to avoid the touch of woman. Yet here before them stands
This
a
is
fair
the
lady
area
who
that you
needed their
need
help
to
cross
be
the
in,
river.
and there are going to be some enemies. Just clear the enemies if you need to. And with the area clear, we can just continue forward. And you may have already noticed the weak spot on the boulder in front. There's actually 2 of them. You want to get your spear out at this point, and what you want to do is just throw a spear into each of these weak points. Don't detonate it yet though, because there's a 3rd weak point that we need to get, and that's going to be in this direction over here. Just jump over this ledge and then drop down the ledge in front. And then we're going to head round to the left and grapple across this gap. There may be some enemies you got to deal with here, so just deal with them as you're grappling across. Go across this gap as well. And here, you just want to head to the right around this rock. There'll definitely be some more enemies in here. Take care of them. Watch out for all the plants. To the right, there'll be a plant that you can kill with your Blades of Chaos. At the end of this path is where you're going to pick up the Favour, Casualty of War, the scroll.
I need a hand, please. I know of that day.
Thor was looking for a fight with the banner mill.
And with the Favour collected, we can spin round now and we can go and find the other weak spot on that boulder. Just head back the way you came in, and we're going to continue forward up this ledge. At the top of the ledge, just go forward, and towards the Mystic Gateway, you just want to have a look over the ledge to find the 3rd weak spot. It's just here. So now that you can see it, throw another spear into that one, and with all 3 connected, we can press triangle to destroy the wall. With the wall destroyed, we can actually see the other half of the scroll down there on the ground. That's where we're going to go and complete this Favour. So we just need to get back there, and if we head this way, we're able to drop down this ledge. And we're back into this area, so just head left. And we can now drop down to complete this Favour.
These stories.
And with that Favour completed, you will have now completed all 5 Casualty of War Favours. Don't forget to pick up the legendary chest while you're here. But now that brings an end to this video. I hope it has been helpful and better than my previous guides. If it has, please be sure to hit like, share and subscribe to support. And go and check out some more of my other God of War Ragnarok content. It's all linked down below in playlists in the video description. Until next time, thank you so much for watching this one. Stay safe and peace out.